Good morning, fellow Ambazonians. Welcome to my daily podcast. My name is Capo Daniel, the Deputy Defense Chief of the Ambazonia Defense Forces, aka Sense Pass King, una own countryman, Lukong, Arankam again for una. Them say when wind blow, it expose foul enos. Fellow citizens of Ambazonia, the conference for Canada, it don't expose a lot of things them for Ambazonia, which say they go learn them once and for all. But first, the population for Bambanda and Ambazonia as a whole, it mourn the death of General Cross and Die, one of the Ambazonia Defense Forces, Major General them for Bambanda. Our people they cry, and most of them they complain. Say how come a whole general they go kill you for thy place? This one, it don't bring the responsibility straight for the Ambazonia Defense Forces, as they need for step up with education for the soldier them. Now time for war, and every brave Ambazonian youth where it don't carry gun, it need for be aware. Say most people them where they kill them, where La Republic they ambush them, they come catch them for thy place, for married place, or for any place where you get celebration. The Ambazonia Defense Forces, they don't take note of these lapses, and they go do more for educate soldiers them, for the need for them, for no attend such social gatherings them will be expected. Say they could likely come for day. Now a target for La Republic to Cameroon for search and look for Ambazonian forces them for kill them. General Cross and Die, now the general will be step up. Time we kidnapping for ransom, it be done reach a peak for inside Bambanda, and it be done be a very big issue for the hearts and mind of our people them, as they consider their cause for freedom. Cross and Die, a unit, it be been at the spearhead for the anti-kidnapping squad, where Dr. Cho Ayoba, it be nominate them for Ground Zero. Cross and Die personally, it don't help for break down a lot of criminal gangs and for Bambanda, where they be do kidnapping for ransom. It be one of those people them, where Sako Ikome, a group, a security chief, John Igiwan, barristers Fruit John Saw, Chris Anu, they be done publicly name say me people then kill they even put a reward, say person way kill or provide information me then kill they go reward the person. It be wanted both by this corrupt diaspora individual them and La Republic du Cameroon, or they be the try for kill. Eventually he die. We no go blame any man for his death, because no intelligence he never come from ground say he dead it be cause as a result of the diaspora people them where they be the try for kill. From information we get them, even though be the plan, be that announce a visit for the die place, and the Cameroon military where they come for that die place, then just come now for ye. They no be fit notice the other forces the way they be there for day. So everything it indicate say na likely Cameroon agents them then see for that place call Cameroon military, then come for they can ambush ye, or it be tracked. From the information we get them, we no fit link it dead to any rivalry within Ambazonian cause, but we will continue to investigate and to provide the public information them as soon as we get them. So we blame this one directly for La Republic head, even though the Sakoi group be the also try for kill and they be name me as one of the general the way they want for kill them for inside Ambazonia. We will also declare a lockdown for inside Bambanda for honor. The lockdown it will be announced just few hours till morning break for Saturday. So we will expect say it will be effective, but as a matter of principle, every time a general fall, that particular locality they be locked down for give the population a chance for rethink and for renew their mind for the mission of this boy them way they give their life for their freedom. We worry less about effectiveness or PR from such principles than we worried about the honor of our people and the reminding of our citizens them of the mission of the soldiers. A future date will be announced for the honoring and mourning of General Cross and Die. Now, for Amber to Amber, wait till it happen for Canada. Big meeting it go on for Canada, where then bring sons and daughters of Ambazonia from all stripes, red, blue, green, enablers, spoilers, and maybe some La Republic people them. They don't gather all for Canada. A conference will be organized by CDN. That group where they call their name now Coalition for Negotiation and Dialogue. This meeting where they bring all kind people together from Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, for Canada. It then get strong opposition from the Sakoi group and the people then where they don't go sign for Switzerland, where they deny for come for that meeting, or they not invite them. Whatever the case, but we don't get a lot of information from them and it don't expose a lot of things. The first thing we I go want make all Ambazonia they understand. Now say this is the reality of life. The people the way they be they make believe, they be they take play for turn and for true. The delusional people the way they be feel say they be government. They don't realize and say they not really get a say for many things the way they happen. They be just simply being an opportunist them. The reality they done on them and when they see them how they cry for social media. But I don't come today for tell now the facts so that we're gonna be equipped with the knowledge of which way they happen for Canada. They say knowledge is power. And they say people die because of lack of knowledge. First, wait till way this conference is not exposed. There is this francophone La République du Cameroun activist called Michel Bientong, where a lot of people they always call for complaints. Say why this boy they always fight against ADF, against Ayabacho. Now it comes strongly against this conference. In an attempt for try for sabotage this conference, this boy Michel Bientong, he don't go take all video of Abobala for inside La République du Cameroun, their fake dialogue where they call and say national dialogue. He can play them for social media. He talks to make people then see which way they happen for the conference for Canada. Now fake information. That boy na manipulator. Now man we no get no credibility. But he no go surprise any man. Say a La République du Cameroun citizen, he go to support the country for keep Ambazonia. Whenever they get their own gari. Now the same person, he don't spend all his life for lie about Ayabacho. Quote meeting, they say Ayabacho that meet up La République, Ayabacho and ADF and all these type of things with no evidence at all. Now just a lie man where they try for sow confusion within Ambazonia. The other one where I go address them now the outing of Pastor Christopher Anus and Abdul Karim where they ran come out for talk. All of them, they try for pens and say wait till it happen for Canada. Now negotiation they go on, now dialogue they go on. Why Dr. Cho Ayaba he don't go meet up them people for Canada? Why the Ambazonia Governing Council he don't go attend conference together with people then way na enablers like Abobala, the list go on and on. Reverend Fonkitu he come for day. I don't come today for can clarify una for tell na the facts. Like for my podcast for yesterday, na so NGO they operate. Around the world you get plenty NGO surrounding na churches where their rule na for build peace building mechanism them for encourage negotiation and dialogue between warring parties. This group where they call them CDN, na group where their job na for support negotiation as a way forward between La République and Ambazonia. So they try for convince La République, say me then forget about war, can negotiate. And they also try for convince the Ambazonian warring party them. Say me then try for forget about war, they can negotiate. They don't like middleman. But vast majority of these people them, na Ambazonia the way they for big job them for across the world, doctors them, lawyers them, from all background them. If you look their website, all their information, it day for day. Time when the group be start, they be contact me in person, like one activist, for get advice how they fit do help. Because most of those big people them, they no one for take side for inside this revolution, but vast majority of them, now Ambazonian the way they be outspoken. Some of them are just quiet people, the way people they don't really know them a lot. We don't get several meetings with them. They don't meet with all Ambazonian people them for try to see how they feel help. Now one of the group way they will invite them for the Security Council, their meeting, time where Britain will be take over for Security Council. They don't get extensive diplomatic engagement them, where we meet up them for corridor them for diplomacy. So the city where they do them, we know say them too they be involved for help, like one of the many organizations the way they be lobby American, their Congress meet and pass resolution where you go target La République du Cameroon for force them into negotiation. We know to say them to be involved for lobby other parliamentarian them for across the globe for follow the example of America for pass resolution where you go force La République du Cameroon make it come for negotiate. So they force other countries and meet them bring negotiation, and they don't open for show even their letter the way they send for other countries them for many meetings they will done with them. So they be very transparent. If no be people the way they want freedom, they know for the negotiate with, engage with American government, with plenty other government them for Africa and for Europe. Say me then come for help for bring negotiation. Therefore they focus only for one. Now who said they get their money? They always say follow the money. This question a question where Mrs. Abida asking for them for one of our meetings as an activist long before this group is the one really kick off, and also around there for their meetings them where then get them joint meeting for meet up with the Ambazonia Governing Council for try for make their case. Semi Ambazonia Governing Council he participate, he accept their invitation for their program them. From information where then get from my own research, even if you go for their website, then be open for public donation. Plenty people they donate for they directly. They that apply from way to way I be ask them for donation from Canada government, from the United Nations, from information they give the Canada government in over approve their application. So Canada need to support them. How did they get their money? Their member themselves for they put money for their organization. The United Nations, I don't know whether they don't approve their fundings, but likely my suspicion that say United Nations now one of those people the way they fund their organization. And I ask them for them directly if they go tell me if they will confirm if United Nations they don't accept their funding. From the answer where they began for a meeting where we get with them, they be talk say the UN it consider for sponsor all female participants. That means say if you be woman, you attend that conference now United Nations, it will pay your cost. So I give you now all information the way they available for public without spilling out anything way now themselves supposed to for provide them. But their contact information, their email there for the way any man for Ambazonia, if you go for this except go ask your own question them for them. But they try for provide una information as we done they always they do. So wait the way this conference it don't prove them. Now say wait. Now say some people then they way their own nervousness, their own job. Now say their own they want just go negotiate for on behalf of Ambazonia, regardless of what did happen. And they fight and say no other person in no go do them. The most important thing where Ambazonia they need to understand. Now say make a negotiation it be led by competent individual. Is this a negotiation or a dialogue going on in Canada? No, it is not a negotiation. It is not a dialogue. Now just a platform where they can create an opportunity. Say all Ambazonian groups them, whether the one way then they for federalism, or the one way then they for independent, or the one way then they for one Cameroon, me then come all together for inside one hall, then address each other, talk for each other direct for their face. So the governing council, it go for they know say it meet up, it go get chance for talk directly to all Ambazonian them for different constituency, directly to their face. No be negotiation, no be dialogue. Whether the CDN they go succeed for convince the governing council for negotiate, or they go convince La République for come for negotiate, that one na another issue. The Ambazonia Governing Council, it don't put publicly their condition them where they go accept for negotiate on any table. So this one no be negotiation, it go on. Now just conference. Me gonna know worry people they be very nervous. How did they come blackmail. It be very important, me the international community them, they observe how Ambazonian they go interact within themselves. When I remember say, one such conferences they be organized for America, the Ambazonia Governing Council it be denied for go for that one. That one it will be organized by Fontemniba and other groups them. The main aim will be no say that that group the negotiation is the one for endorse them. It will be at the Swiss negotiation. Now one of the reason that and after that negotiation after they be formed which they call and say they act and it will go happen just the way we will be expect them. Bo Herbert at that time he be also call me personally for discuss about the people the way they be fund that organization. One of the gear way he be attendant for the Salili Wowo, he be get funding, secure funding from La République du Cameroon. Another NGO where he be come to for they be get funding from the United Nations. So they be get funding from multiple places. So the same people the way they be allow people they meet Cameroon government sponsor the meet and come for that meeting for Canada, for America. They complain say Cameroon government it go sponsor people they meet they can attend conference for inside Canada, but with their own lie. There is zero Cameroon funding from the group CDN. We be then ask them if Cameroon government they be fund this organization directly or indirectly, we for withdraw. We know for participate for day. From information, the last confirmation of information where I don't get them from the organizers of this conference, now only one NGO apart from the United Nations, we don't support them. Now an organization for America, we did like a church group, where they don't donate $5,000 for that organization. No other state party you never put money for they. Apart from the UN support, we will know them or they expect them. The general funding where they like go pay me where they go on for their website, it is still go on. If you go there, you see the amount of people that they contribute. Any man will contribute for day. So the people the way they can't lie, say na La Republic money, all those things. Now those blackmailers them, spoilers. Now, for all those Ambazonia them, where they listen for Abdul Karim or Sako their group where they for Switzerland. The one thing we will need to understand, who is Abdul Karim working for? All Ambazonia they need to ask themselves this question. Do you really believe, say somebody where he fight for Southern Cameroon separation from La Republique, where he publicly advocate for separation and independence for Ambazonia, will be allowed by Mr. Paul Biya Bivondo to walk freely around, to ride on horses' backs from Bambanda, Old Town, Hausa Quarter, to his own resident? Do you actually believe? Any man will believe so. Na man will then decide for put his brain, she don't on top. Some man will talk say no be they be done arrest Abdul Karim for where arrest with the arrest way come off for Swiss embassy. Then carry for giving legitimacy. When I left that talk, Mancho BBC still there for prison. Man where he accept, he don't surrender. He accept he don't try for join La Republique for campaign against school boycott. Semi La Republique school them be allowed for open for Ambazonia. He still there for prison. Person like Agbobala, he there for outside. He don't come out publicly talk, saying he support separation. He support na one Cameroon. For national dialogue, we hear ye. Now why they work are free? All man way there for prison, where they no feel releasing a man way they work for Ambazonia. On a person where they know for a heart, say that man it work for Ambazonia, he don't deny for make deal with La Republique, any concrete deal. Like Seseko them, they sit there for prison. So make una rest be assured say Abdul Karim no be different from Eli Smith. When I be here Eli Smith, how he be there for TV, he support Ambazonia. Today we realize and say he actually support La Republique. It be very evident how it work even for the Catholic Church for convince Amber Boy the meet and lay down their weapon in support for La Republique. All these people, they are corny people them. Now people the way La Republique, it use them for try for break Ambazonia. So why will anybody take Abdul Karim seriously? Why? When I don't see even Fru John so we be the stand for the talk say the support Ambazonia. Hairanka end, they call me then kill soldier them for ground. All these people them, where they live that Switzerland, now hypocrites. Now people the way they fight for their own belly, the evidence is too much. The evidence is too much. We shall not allow anything to be done in terms of negotiation based on bribery and corruption. Lego the Siam for the people them for the HD. If not be bribery and corruption, why they go there for this sign book? Say not only HD must negotiate, not only HD for block other international partners and where they get more credibility. When I hear how Abdul Karim it come, it lie. Say Fon Godidinka, a group, the Republic of Ambazonia, it be part of that their group for try for gain credibility where they no get them. Fon Godidinka, I don't talk for ye, a organization where you get two different branches. All the two branches then talk say they no go for that HD because they be go for they for go investigate and what I be genuine. Then discover and say nothing for make delay tactics for buy time for La Republic, so then withdraw for day. They consult in two way, he go for day, he go get conferences with them, then two withdraw for day. John Bakoro, he talk say that people that are people where they no fit give you independence, they try as to make put we for trap. We will go start negotiation where you no go get end. And it will only spoil the war. We don't see how the people them for the Swiss, they don't can try for talk say me Monday goes down of all things, make it stop. You know waka. We don't see how they don't try for bring ceasefire. You know waka. So who go really believe? Say Sako, where he the call me then key general them for ground zero openly. No be saying that some person they talk say that they suspect. Let the general where the rank key cross and die. We all una for Bambanda, una no say cross and die tanker. Now they fight for Ambazonia. All man no say na them tanker been one of the main group where they fight against La Republic. Allah Bukam, ADF, all this ADF group they won't know for Bambanda. Una no say they fight. Now they do 60% of the fighting for ground zero. According to international body, then where they calculate the fighting where it go on for last year, the statistic for last year. So this ADF group, the way that they fight against La Republic, these people they want try for can lie una. Say the ADF in the fight for Ambazonia. Why una go feel say una feel even believe anything for people where they lie every single day? Sako, where it lies, say the United Nations that invite Southern Cameroon. Till today, who said that invitation it did. Sako they don't come together with Fru Johnson, then lie say they go sue Cameroon government for ICJ, International Criminal Court. It don't can make 1 year. Who said the lawsuit it did? The Fru Johnson we can stand up talk with them. Who said they don't go with that lawsuit? They be go carry some white man lawyer we been noted for thief for scam African for money. The other man fight it for Biafra movement, so we know it very well. He can talk say they go sue La Republic du Cameroon. They give people fake hope. People they can give fake promises for Ambazonian. Why will anybody believe these people? Why will anybody believe Abdul Karim? Who can believe Cameroon government will kill anybody who carry Ambazonian flag? We don't see for Mauto. They go kill you. We don't see how they kill even baby Caroline. Baby Martha, they kill people, them burn houses, them for place where they know say they support Ambazonia. And that place, they are all place for Ambazonia. So why will anybody think that if Abdul Karim truly it is support this struggle, it is support the group where they claim say they fight against La Republic, then the Cameroon government go to levy sute the waka enter country, go out, come in, go give interview, come back, they go for Facebook, they talk say they support Ambazonia, they go live here alive, me the waka freely. No, we no say na Connie, na Trojan horse. Believe Abdul Karim at your own risk. We don't see how La Republic it don't spoil the previous attempts for free Southern Cameroon by using infiltrator, promising them jobs. Mukete way become say can address SCNC. No, they be go end up for giving a job for faker food. Now say they operate. So we know, say people the way they be see this struggle, like opportunity them, for them to go get bidding with La Republic. We know them all. We not forget them. We not listen for the conference where go come pass. The conference they go pass go like any other conference where it don't pass. If the CDN they succeed for their mission, it mean na say their mission are waiting. for bring La Republique and Ambazonia to the negotiation table. Now their mission that they don't declare them publicly. If they don't create this opportunity for Ambazonians and for come together for address each other, wait to be the problem. If you want even try to investigate the intention of this group, you go see say for their intention, wait way they don't do statistic, wait way Ambazonian them want. For their website and publish them, say Ambazonian want nothing but independence. They don't stand on this truth. They call we as people of the Southern Cameroon. They need to call we like the Swiss HG. It label our groups them like pressure groups and political groups in La Republique. The HG for Switzerland, it need to even consider us like non-state actors. They consider us like political pressure group within one Cameroon. Their context it be very clear. Now for one Cameroon. But this the NGO, where it call we as Southern Cameroonians, the one make gonna doubt them. So, my fellow country people them, this thing I hope say that expose for now the truth about what it go on for this liberation movement. There are some things you cannot stop. You cannot stop a wind. You cannot stop a rolling stone. They will start for can deceive Ambazonia and say ADF it need to exist. For start talk say they exist, but they need only for one place, two play. Now they need to fight. Now they are insignificant. They are not so significant. Tomorrow they will wipe our undershoe. But does it even matter while our people are dying? No. We have always stood for collaboration. The only people who have rejected collaboration are the people who are in Swiss, who are claiming exclusive right to represent Ambazonian interests against all international law and against the laws of nature. Every Southern Cameroonian have a right to represent the interests of our country, have the right to organize themselves, have the right to political organization and association. Any group that comes against this principle, that group is coming from hell. You cannot say you are fighting for a people's right. At the same time, you are against their fundamental human rights. So, Ambazonia will not focus. When I left the conference, me can pass the go, when I observe them, the opportunity for the world for already see what we are being made of, for see how the various stakeholders them they go to interact. Stakeholders them simply means say people the way they come up for our country, Southern Cameroon, and where they get their own vision or interest. But we know, say the vast majority of our people, 99%, they want an absolute separation and independence. And the Ambazonia Governing Council, your vanguard, is there to make that on the record, to defend that position, to protect the integrity, and make sure that reflects itself in any attempt to bring both sides on the negotiation table. For we need to fight now for negotiate, we the fight for liberate. Negotiation, it will come at the right time, but we no need for the focus on negotiation or be so consumed about them or try to use them for political relevance, like those with the angle for Switzerland. But it even stop this struggle. Before it be the help our people for educate them, for campaign for them through the Ambazonian calling. Now we don't go sign in him gay contract for negotiation. It don't abandon we. So no be man we be the work for our interests. We don't have anything to listen to these people. They are not credible. They are a bunch of greedy people, not different from the ones that run La Republique to Cameroon. God bless you all. Capo Daniel, signing off.